on the pole in the 3B. Had an outstanding heat race performance earlier, but it wasn't enough. He's going to start pole of this B in a side-biter chassis. Out of Perry, Kansas, is going to be Nick Bittinger. On the outside of Bittinger. Out of Shawnee, Kansas, in the Southern Oklahoma Speedway MP Custom Chassis 22B, it's Rick Beebe. Inside of row number 2, out of Shawnee, Kansas, the teammate to BB in the GRT Chassis Auburn Masters Tree and Landscape number 25, it's Ron Keith. Inside of row number 2, out of Chanute, Kansas, in the Hughes Chassis, Gressel Oil, Harrison Auto Racing, AFCO, BSB, Hillsdale, Storage, Simpson, and Arrow Race Wheel number 98, it is John Allen out of Chanute, Kansas.
Is that better for you, Libby?
And the 23 out of Greenwood Village, Colorado.
Absolutely.
And the Red Rock Incorporated TRE race car
Okay,
sponsored
20 hours, get up there
chassis
behind
of
the
Brandon Davis.
And we will be good. We'll go
On the
12
outside
laps.
of Davis, out of Muscatine, Iowa, the
12 laps,
GRT
top
chassis
5,
M3M
yeah,
Motorsports race
start.
car. It's Todd Hansen. Inside of row number 4, it's homegrown Johnny Bone in the B&B Racing Supply TRE chassis out of Pea Ridge, Arkansas. On the outside of Johnny Bone out of Sedalia, Missouri. And the Power Electric Longfellow Foundation's GRT chassis finished 3rd here last Sunday evening out of Sedalia, Missouri. It's Terry Schultz. Inside of row number 5 in the Brian Rowland Racing number 20R Roadrunner Trucking Hughes chassis of Brian Rowland. Joe Duval out of Claremore, Oklahoma in the 91. Pat Graham out of Ames, Iowa in the 1K. Tyler Grooms, Adam Penn out of Shreveport in the 1A. And lights are out. Here we go.
And Brian Rowland's got a loose rope.
Okay. It wasn't on here. I jumped the gun on that one.
One star's off.
Figured he did, because I know him and Stormy are together now. Shawnee, Kansas leading lap number 1 here in this B main event. 12 laps the distance, the top 5 cars going to tonight's A main event. Sitting on deck right now is the 12 from Pea Ridge, Arkansas, homegrown Johnny Bone. On the outside looking in, sitting in 6th position right now. Your top 3 cars pretty well in hand running. BB running away on the top shelf of the racing track. The New Vision Race Graphics Draft 22 from Shawnee, Kansas. Bittinger holding on to 2nd spot, looking good, about 3 car lengths behind BB.
Dale Newman's KCK, you know that. It didn't show it up there.
Dale Newman, KCK, thank you.
John Allen from Chanute, Kansas, holding on the 3rd. Todd Hansen in 4th in the 21. And the 5th and final transfer spot from Sedalia, Missouri, it's Terry Schultz. Looking to make a USMTS-Lakeside here tonight. If you had to tell me you had to hold off Johnny Bone, Joe Duval, and the 25 of Ron Keith, you got your work cut out for you, no doubt about it. Bittinger looks to be reeling in your race leader, who's only now about a car length behind. BB really able to wheel that 22B car tonight, going top shelf as Bittinger gets a good run through turn 3. Your Arbor Masters Central region presented by Day Motorsports here tonight. The battle for transfer, Johnny Bone from Pea Ridge, Arkansas, dives to the bottom of the Sedalia, Missouri racer Terry Schultz. It takes over the position down the back straightaway. Schultz going to stick to that top line, searching for some real estate. The checker would have been out that time. Bone would be going to the A main. And Schultz will be on his way to the Heartbreak Hotel. What a race for the 5th and final transfer spot. Bone has the advantage on the bottom side of the racetrack. Schultz is able to power that 90 car on the top shelf with a lot of momentum. And there goes Schultz around the outside one more time.
92 off.
A hell of a battle for transfer here in this B main event. There's a battle for the top spot as well. Bittinger all over your race leader, Rick Beebe. White flag displaying this time by for the Chinook, Kansas racer. It's Rick Beebe. Oh, one more time off turn 4. Bittinger goes for the move. Wow. What a performance tonight by the 3D of Nick Bittinger. I'm not even sure that BB saw that coming. Woo. You gotta feel pretty good with that car going to the A. Bone got 5th, right?
Yeah.
Unofficially, your top 5 cars going to tonight's A main event. He had to work for it out of Pea Ridge, Arkansas. Homegrown Johnny Bone in the 12. 4th in the 21 is going to be Todd Hansen.
21 and 12 Bone to the scale.
Third in the Chinook, Kansas in the Hughes chassis is John Allen. And how about that finish, race fans, who started on the front row in the MB Custom chassis from Shawnee, Kansas. Rick Beebe led 14 circuits, but it's not enough. And how about it, Lakeside Speedway off turn number 4 in a new Sidebiter chassis in 2013. Hey, y'all give him a big round of applause for Nick Bittinger out of Percy, Kansas. Hell of a run. That was awesome.
That was an absolute great finish to that race, and that's any indication of what the A main is going to be like. We're in for a great night of A main racing.
I tell you, Bob, and I was with Cassie. It's the Reaper Ryan Gustin. On the outside of Ryan Gustin in the Grandview, out of Grandview, Missouri, the GRT chassis and the Kenny's tile number 16. It's Austin Siebert. Inside of row number 2 out of Shreveport, Louisiana, the Penn Transport Hughes chassis, Getty's power underneath
Lights
the
going
hood
out. We're
for
going
Casey
12
Penn.
laps, top 5
On the
of
outside
the
of
A,
Penn,
top
it's Aaron
5 of the
Moran,
scale.
34A out of
Getting a
Horrick,
good start at the
Missouri.
cone in
Inside
turn
row
number
number
4.
3 out of Emporia, Kansas, in a Skyrocket chassis, it's Cody Agler. On the outside of Agler, and the Marysville, Oklahoma, number 8, it's Mark Hoover. Inside of row number 4 out of Glenwood, Iowa, the Jet Race Car chassis is Jesse sobbing to his outside 9-time USMTS national champion from Fertile, Iowa, Kelly Shryock. Mason Big Eagle from Vander, Saskatchewan. Darren, fuck you up. Let's see that last name.
Fuqua.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
4 wide off turn 2 with Shryock on the outside of that battle. Yeah, that's a last name you don't want to push her at all. I just did. Yikes. Side by side racing with Casey Penn and the 16 is Siebert. These guys are in the show right now. Agler in that 5th and final transfer spot.
Yeah.
Racing Wheels B-Main number 2 here tonight for your Arbor Masters Central region, presented by Day Motorsports. As the Reaper Ryan Gustin, now with a healthy lead thus far in the second B-Main event, side by side for the second spot, Shreveport, Louisiana racer Casey Penn and Austin Siebert. Siebert takes a liking here to Lakeside Speedway. He has many wins here at this racetrack over the years. Holding on the 4th spot respectively, and Agler still in 5th in the 5th and final transfer spot.
After this race, have been announced out there in the top 8 B-mods and A-mods.
Once again, race fans taking the top 5 cars to tonight's A main event here at Lakeside Speedway. The first of, I do believe, 4 visits by the USMTS series here in 2013. I mean, we got a barn burner coming up in July, I do believe, with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, but tonight we're going to see what these Road Warriors can do here at Lakeside Speedway for their first visit of 2013. And only the 10th points event in 2013 for USMTS. Season's just getting into swing. If Gustin had a rearview mirror, he'd like what he sees right now. Pretty much your top 4 cars are spread out evenly right now, except for Cody Agler in the 5th and final transfer spot, running the top shelf of the Speedway. But looking for some momentum heading into 3. He's got his hands full on the bottom. What is that? I gotta see his number. Thank you.
Fuqua.
Darren Fuqua taking over that 5th and final transfer spot from Agler off turn 2. He's got it pretty well in hand. A place you typically don't see that 3 car. Back in 7th position, 9-time champion Kelly Shryock. Kelly still searching for his first win of 2013. He missed it tonight. Something not right with that 3 car. Gustin was just about to reach lap traffic, but the checker flag out for Ryan Gustin, your B-main winner. Followed by Siebert in the 16, Casey Payne from Shreveport.
77-87.
So your unofficial top 5 out of Marietta, Kansas.
Top 5
In
to
the
the
middle
scale.
chassis,
Top 5 to the
Darren
scale.
Fuqua,
1960.
outstanding performance from Darren, having to come all the way from 10th starting position to grab the
1916, 5, 34, and
Agler
77.
unfortunately falls victim of circumstance and finishes in 6th. Aaron Moran out of Orton, Missouri, the GRT chassis, the 34A, takes it to the A-main tonight as well. Out of Shreveport, Louisiana, the 5-star Casey Payne. Out of Granby chassis number 12, it's a 2-time national champion. It's Jason Hughes, the builder of the Hughes chassis. On the outside with that outstanding performance earlier in the heat race in the Skyrocket chassis number 95 out of Winona, Minnesota. In the Skyrocket, it's Keith Voss. Gonna line up inside of row 2 tonight. Out of Wellston, Oklahoma, won a heat race a few weeks ago at the Humboldt Speedway, and the Hughes chassis car number 85 is Thomas Tillison Jr. On the outside of Tillison, out of Manor, Saskatchewan, Canada, in the Eagle Motorsports GRT chassis 01, it's Joey Galloway. Inside of row number 3, starting 5th on the field tonight out of Nichols, Iowa, in the GRT chassis, it's Kurt Kyle. On the outside of Kurt Kyle tonight, picked up the broom and swept all 3 of the final events of 2012 down at Royal Purple Raceway in Houston, Texas. It's Jeremy Payne out of Springfield, Missouri. Lining up on the outside of Jeremy Payne tonight is going to be the Las Cruces, New Mexico racer looking for his 4th win of the 2013 campaign in the loose gruff chassis. Pro power underneath the hood. It's Stormy Scott. On the outside of Stormy Scott. Already has a big $10,000 win to kick off his 2013 campaign at the Southern New Mexico Speedway in the Andes Frozen Custard Don Bad Motorsports GRT by Phillips number 75. It's TP Terry Phillips. Inside of the 5th row at a New Sharon, Iowa. This fella is always competitive, no doubt about it, in the Casey General Store's Pro Line Buildings Hughes Chassis 33Z. It's Zach Vanderbeek, the Z-Man.
They've added the 3, the 36, and the 25.
Starting 10th tonight, looking for his 3rd win in the 2013 campaign. The MD Custom Chassis, Getty's power underneath the hood. It's the happy man from Happy, Texas, the Rocket Rodney Sanders. Starting 11th tonight, the 13-year-old Phenom. Speaking of Ironman competition winners, he won a big one in 2012 in the FVP-sponsored GRT chassis from Kearney, Missouri. It's Trevor Hunt. Starting 12th tonight out of Arroyo Hondo, New Mexico, in the Rancho Milagro Farms 1ST Hughes chassis, it's Johnny Scott.
Yeah, when we get around here, I went to 3B
in the 3B is Nick Bittinger, who had that outstanding B-main performance earlier and passed Ron Keith coming to the checkered flag. It's Nick Bittinger. On the outside of Bittinger in the 19R out of Marshalltown, Iowa, 2-time defending national champion, the Grussel Racing iBox Mings 19R, it's Ryan the Reaper Gustin. Starting 15th tonight out of Shawnee, Kansas in the MP Custom Chassis Southern Oklahoma Speedway sponsor 22B, it's Rick BB. Starting 16th tonight, a local here at the Speedway out of Grandview, Missouri in the GRT Chassis Kenny's Tile sponsored entry, it's Austin Siebert. Starting 17th tonight out of Chinook, Kansas in the Hughes Chassis Gristle Oil Harrison Auto Racing number 98, it's John Ellen out of Chinook, Kansas. Starting 18th tonight out of Shreveport in the 5-star in the Payne Transport entry Hughes Chassis Getty's Power underneath the hood for Casey Penn. Todd Hansen in the 21 out of Muscatine, Iowa. Aaron Moran in the 34A out of Oric, Missouri. Johnny Bone Jr., Mr. Homegrown, back with the USMTS boys out of Pea Ridge, Arkansas, piloting his TRE chassis tonight, rounding out the field out of Emporia, Kansas in the Holiday Resort Skyrocket chassis. Cody Agler in the 77.
Kelly and Jeff Connor are your provisionals, and Ron Keith.
Jeff Connor, Kelly Shryock, and Ron Keith going to pick up the provisionals tonight. And get up on your feet, race fans. Here they come off turn number 4, the stars and cars of the United States Modified Touring Series. Here to put on a show tonight for you race fans. Wave your hats, your hands. Let them know how much you appreciate them here tonight at Lakeside Speedway. You wanted the best, you got the best, you got them 4 abreast down the front straightaway, the best of all dirt modified racing. Loads it up and heads them down to the point with Foss in the 95 Skyrocket to his outside. You got a Hughes inside of row 2 out of Wilson, Oklahoma, Thomas Tillison Jr. Galloway out of Manor, Saskatchewan, Canada. 4 different states representing the, actually 5, I forgot there's 2 Oklahomas. Slides up in front of Foss at the start. Foss dives on the inside, 3 wide off turn 2. It looked like there was a little bit of contact with he and Tillison. It kind of slowed up the 95. And it wasn't a good thing because here comes Jeremy Payne out of Springfield, Missouri.
All the way around.
Right in the middle, yellow right in the middle. Heads up,
Look out, Joey Galloway.
Good job avoiding it, guys. Good job avoiding it.
And folks, they don't call them the best modified drivers in the business for any reason at all, but for some stuff like that, I tell you. You never like to see torn up race cars. You don't like to see guys get turned around. Woo, and you know Joey Galloway's got to be pretty upset with that. I mean, what a performance earlier winning his heat race, and I'm telling you, outdueled some really good competitors to do it. You know, I mentioned Galloway quite a few times tonight. He's 39 hours from the house. I mean, you just got to put that in perspective. I mean, I'm 10 hours from the house and feel like I'm pretty far from home. This guy's 39 bones away. He's racing right now. He said he's not going home until the snow melts. And of course, that's what I announced last month at Boot Hill Speedway down in Greenwood, Louisiana. He's still rocking and rolling. Lights are out, race fans. Gonna tighten them up one more time. Jason Hughes, Foss, Thomas Tillison, and Kyle. Here we go. 30 laps the distance. Keith Foss gets a good run on the outside of Tillison, but I tell you, another good start for Tillison. TP diving on the inside of the 77 of Kyle. And getting hung up is the 2 of Stormy Scott. What is it?
36.
Oh.
We're going to do it again.
One of your
guys.
provisionals here tonight.
Straight up to the
Like
The
this
flag.
Central Harbor Masters presented by Dane Motorsports, a main event here tonight on behalf of the United States Modified Touring Series, powered by Swan Energy.
Let's go. Get double file. We're going to go next time by.
It's Jeff Connor.
Get double file back.
Lights are out. Here we go.
What's that?
Hughes sails the 12 car back on the top spot and gets a good run down the back chute. 3 wide, Johnny Scott on the outside of the 19R. Gustin, and Gustin shoots out of the middle of that battle.
Guys, let's get this in. Let's get this in.
Trying to get 1 lap in the books for the first time tonight, and they do it. Jason Hughes on about a 4-car length lead over the 85 out of Wilson, Oklahoma. Thomas Tillison Jr., Jeremy Payne from Springfield, Missouri, working on the inside off turn number 4. TP, Terry Phillips from Springfield, Missouri, side by side with Keith Foss. Now he has that position down the front straightaway. Happy Texas racer in the 20 and 2-time winner in 2013. Rodney Sanders working on the inside in the 77, started 4th for Agler. And the man on the move, no doubt about it, the King of America Modified Nationals winner in the 19R, Ryan Gustin in the Gressel Racing entry.
At 0-1, the color.
Gustin has worked his way in the 6th spot in the 19R.
High side of 4.
Gustin now working on the inside with the rocket Rodney Sanders.
Keep scoring, keep scoring, keep scoring.
And a tough night so far tonight here at Lakeside Speedway in Kansas City for the Scott brothers,
One ST.
who literally finished 1st and 2nd in the last USMTS event at West Salem Speedway 2 Saturday nights ago.
2 S's back off.
Johnny actually won on Friday night at Thunderbird Speedway, and then the very next night, brother Stormy Scott picks up his 3rd win of 2013, and Johnny follows his twin brother to victory lane as they finish 1st and 2nd. I tell you what, a pretty dynamic duo.
22B, 12B.
I saw Johnny Scott pick up his very first ever USMTS win down at the Lone Star Speedway in Kilgore, Texas on June 12th of 2010, and then the very next night on June the 13th
How we look?
of 2010, Johnny picked up his 2nd ever career USMTS win at Arclatech Speedway and Vivian, Louisiana. 4 laps in the books with Jason Hughes from Watts, Oklahoma at the point.
Here's 2S.
223.
Another Oklahoma racer holding on the 2nd spot, and Thomas Tillison.
Said he went to the pits.
Restart, here we go. It's Hughes, Tillison, and Jay Payne. TB Terry Phillips gets a good restart on the bottom. They're going to go 3 wide for the top spot. Hughes, Jeremy Payne, and Tillison. Payne had to kind of get off the binders on turn 2 and break it up just a little bit, as Hughes still rim riding around the top shelf of Lakeside Speedway. Another good run off turn 2 for Jeremy Payne out of Springfield, Missouri. It looks like he may have 2nd spot in hand. Trying to get those RPMs rolling around the top side of Lakeside. And he's got it now. This thing here works fine. I mean, I don't have to adjust it or anything.
Okay.
I'm asking. I mean, if I
Yeah,
can turn
you're
it on,
fine. No,
it'll be
you're
good.
fine. Yep.
Okay. It won't feedback or anything if I go down there. I think I'm about to go down there now so I don't get hung up.
You won't be able to announce from down there with that.
Why not?
It's too loud. It'll just kill the system, yeah.
Jeremy Payne taking over the point off turn 4. Finished 3rd in the King of America Modified Nationals, broke the rig down on the way, and he's battled a lot of adversity since then, and I'll tell you what, he'd be a pretty happy man that he's able to find victory lane here tonight at Lakeside Speedway. Jason Hughes has got to be thinking, when am I going to win one of these things again? Of course, Hughes has 2 feature race wins here at Lakeside Speedway over the years. Ryan Gustin, the winner the last time out here last July. And Gustin has worked his way from the back of the pack all the way up the 4th spot in the Gressel Racing 19R. Sanders in 5th respectively. TP bobbles in 1 and 2. Hands back over that position of the 95 of Keith Foss. Then behind TP is going to be the 33Z from New Sharon, Iowa, Zach Vanderbeek. Jeremy Payne setting sail out front in the 186 All-Geyer Incorporated entry tonight, the GRT chassis. Johnny Bone Jr. exiting the back straightaway out of Pea Ridge, Arkansas, in that homegrown TRE chassis. field. Back in your race leader, Jeremy Payne. We got a shootout here tonight. Lap traffic approaching Jeff Connor. The next victim to go a lap down as Payne lowers his line and Hughes is there. Woo! As Stormy Scott kind of slow around that top shelf, and Hughes kind of had to check up that 12 car. How about that racing so far? Jeremy Payne shot out of a cannon. Been running about midway to the top side of Lakeside Speedway, and Jason Hughes just kind of catfishing at the bottom of the river right now. Looking good, no doubt about it. It was starting to get pretty interesting there. Hughes reeled him back in, but with that caution coming back out,
I don't think it's
going to get even more interesting. This will be Jeremy Payne's first modified win of 2013. He picked up a big super late model win down at Kennedale Speedway Park, a track we'll be at next Saturday night. Lights are out. Here we go. Jeremy Payne, Jason Hughes, and Tillison. Here comes the Reaper. The Reaper dives to the bottom, gonna make it 3 wide, and that 19R car is biting.
Wow,
Hughes,
nice.
woo! Sticks it in the middle. He was the butter in that bread, no doubt about it. That was an awesome move by Jason Hughes, but it didn't really pay dividends because Gustin is on the move. If you didn't like what you just saw, then you don't like dirt track racing at all. As Sanders makes a split move on the outside of Tillison, and caution flag waves.
Who is it? 3.
Folks, this is exciting racing here tonight. I love this Lakeside Speedway.
Who? 3? Who is it? A 3?
It's 3B.
3B. Nick?
Is it because of the track, though?
A tough break, I tell you. Got the Brew Mountain swept at Royal Purple at the end of 2012, and here we go, folks. Can the Reaper do it? Can he get a good run on the inside of Payne? It's going to be a shootout. Hughes on the outside. Green flag, we're racing. Payne goes way upstairs and gets a good run off turn 2. Sanders on the inside down the back straightaway at Jason Hughes. Gustin's catfishing at the bottom of the river right now.
That's home spring.
Hughes is high, wide, and handsome, high side hustling off of 2 and grabs second spot back from the 19R car of Ryan Gustin. Gustin powers it back down to the inside of 3, catches a rut at the bottom, loses momentum. Hughes has the position. Almost got a little treacherous there for the 85 of Tillison. Sanders kind of bobbled a little bit as well through 1 and 2 and slipped up the track, came within inches of tagging the wall.
Top front stretch. 21 ahead of flat.
So Jeremy Payne still holding them off. Your race leader from Springfield, Missouri, followed by the Watts, Oklahoma racer, former national champ Jason Hughes. The Reaper Ryan Gustin falls back to 3rd spot after that last restart. The Rocket Rodney Sanders 4th. Kyle is 77 holding on the 5th spot respectively. And I tell you, the fellow who really lost out on that last restart. So here we go. What a restart for Gustin on the bottom. What a drive off turn 2 for Gustin. Falls back about 2 car lengths heading into turn 3. Payne rim riding around the top. Everybody else still pretty much side by side outside of that battle with Rodney Sanders and Hughes now, 3rd and 4th respectively. Your next battle is going to be TP, Terry Phillips, Siebert in the 16 and the 85 of Tillison. Track's getting a little treacherous down at the bottom of 3 and 4. with about a 4 or 5 car length lead over the Reaper, Ryan Gustin off turn 4. How many laps down? Oh, Captain Obvious, huh?
It's right in front of you.
22 laps in the books, 8 laps to go. Oh, Jeremy Payne made a little bit of contact with the outside retaining wall. And I was going to say he might take it a little bit easy, but he can't really take it easy. He's got Ryan Gustin right behind him, 2-time defending national champion. No holding back now. All right, I'm going to go down there for that interview.
Okay. Not quite concluded. They continue to race around Lakeside's half mile. Scoreboard is correct, 24 complete. It has been a great race thus far. 186, Jeremy Payne out of Springfield, Missouri. Holding everybody off despite making a little contact with the concrete a few laps back. Traffic will play a factor. 26 of 30 complete. Your leader out of 4. Coming up onto 36. Try to get him to move to the inside so your leaders can get around. And here they come. Down the back stretch. The 186, Jeremy Payne out of Springfield, Missouri. Leader on the front stretch into turn number 1. Ryan Gustin out of Marshalltown, Iowa. White flag. There it is, 1 to go for the 186 of Jeremy Payne out of Springfield, your leader into turn number 1. The checkered flag. Your winner, the 186 Jeremy Payne. $3,000 to win. USMTS big modified race.
5 to the scale, 186, 19.
USMTS, first of 4 events here at Lakeside Speedway this year.
186, 19.
Second race.
Got the winner of the USMTS race here tonight, Lakeside Speedway, Jeremy Payne. Jeremy, I guess you couldn't have picked a better night to do this. Got a hometown sponsor here. Got to feel good about that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely good to win for him, you know, Randy Davidson Trucking, but there's something about this place. I really like it. I don't know, for some reason I like it. I don't know.
I was gonna say,
Good.
it looked like it was a really high-speed track tonight too. I'm really surprised for all the weather and stuff that we've had and the work that they did on the track. Of course, some big holes, but man, you were missing them really good. You had one of the smoothest lines out there.
I don't know about that. It didn't feel very smooth, but I felt like I hit every one. But yeah, the car was really good tonight. And this place is so fast, you know, especially when there's a little bit of moisture in it. So it was a pretty wild race, I bet.
Did it take you a little bit of a time, though, to kind of develop that? Because it seemed like it took you just a little while to get up there and catch up to Jason Hughes.
Yeah, we started 6th, and we actually had a real good first start and was up to 2nd. We had a yellow, so it took a little while to get going, you know, but kind of find a a smoother way around there, but I don't think there's any smooth way tonight. But I don't know. The car was good tonight. Motor ran good. Roush Yates power, so that probably helped us out tonight. GRT race cars.
Fabulous run out there, like I say, fun race to watch. Of course, right there at the end, man, you had opened up, I think, at least, 15, 20 car length lead over second over Gustin, and he'd kind of come up and put a little challenge on you a couple times, but just had nothing there at the end. Yeah,
I don't know. Whenever the track's racy like that, you can't count any of those guys out, so I was going hard. I didn't know where they were at, so I was driving the wheels off of it.
Once again, the winner for the USMTS here at Lakeside Speedway, Jeremy Payne, Springfield, Missouri, man, just down the road. Like I say, we claim you here in Kansas City, even if it's 180 miles away. Well, that's all right. I'll call this hometown track. It's a good one. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you. Second place finisher here tonight for the USMTS at Lakeside, Ryan Gustin. Ryan, man, looks like a hard racing out there, fast racing. Track was fast tonight.
Yeah, it was. It was a little rough there. Not too bad, I suppose, for what the weather was all week here. Had a good car, started deep, got up to second, and pretty well out of tire at that point, just hanging on.
What, did you say you did have some problem with the tires after you got up there? Because I know you had to use some stuff to get there.
Yeah, it was pretty much bald. I mean, at the end of the race, there wasn't anything left at all. So.
Great rear.
Yep.
It's a good run up there, but man, it just, like I say, just not enough right there at the end. No Payne. Seemed like he saved everything good. I was telling him earlier, seemed like he had a little smoother line out there than just about anybody out there, even for as rough as it was.
Yeah, he was way up there next to Fan, so I was just trying to make something happen to run him down. I knew I wasn't going to be able to run him down running all the way out there, but trying to make something happen.
Yeah. Well, I guess you guys are going to get some of this in this weekend. I had my doubts. I mean, they canceled last night, and I couldn't believe when they went ahead and went through with it tonight, but got one more to go. Second place finisher tonight, USMTS, Ryan Gustin. Well, tomorrow night, Ryan.
Thank you.